it's Courtney. Just checking in. I've been here about a month now. I'm still in Morogoro. So the part of training I'm doing right now, it's called pre-service training, or PST. So I'll be in Morogoro for probably about 6 more weeks or so. When we got here, we started out at CCT, which is like a Christian council, Christian center of Tanzania, and then after that, like first 5-6 days, we moved in with our host families, which was amazing. I have a very, very, very good host family, so very blessed to be able to have that. And we've just been doing a lot of like language training, culture training, kind of learning how to be a good Peace Corps volunteer is essentially what this like first 10 weeks is all about, and making sure that you're well supported. But overall, I'm just really excited to be here. I definitely think that I made the right decision and picked the right country to come to, and I'm glad that I'm in Peace Corps. The hospitality of Tanzanian people is insane, like so insane. Very, very kind. Everybody greets everybody here. It's actually a pretty heavy part of their culture is to greet people coming up and down the road or people that you know. Elders are very highly respected here. So it's kind of cool to see that. It reminded me a little bit of Minnesota because everybody at least will wave and say hi, but here it's a pretty hefty part of culture. And it's really hot. It's hot and sticky here. There's not a lot of AC. If you're lucky enough to find it, you know, kudos to you. But I pretty much wake up and sweat, and then sweat all day, and take a bucket bath, and I stop sweating for like 10 minutes, and then I sweat some more, and then sweat when I sleep. So my hair is gonna look great by the time I come home, but we'll see. But overall, it's been really good. Let me see. Oh, okay, so I've actually I've gotten sick 3 times since I've been here. The first time was in Dar. We were still in Dar, and I was doing this workout like there's like a little roof gym thing that was on top of our hotel, and I made this workout program that I had completed several times because it was in my little stack of cards. Anyway, not important. It was so hot up there, and I'm like, okay, well maybe it's just the heat. It's like it's rough. You're in a new time zone, new food, whatever. But it was like the first time in maybe like 7 years I actually puked. I like finished my workout, was walking back to my room, and like hurled over the side of the roof. So that was fun. Yeah. And that same day we came to Morogoro by bus. We took like a 4-hour bus ride to Morogoro, and by the time I got here, we were in class, and I started feeling really hot, and we went back to my room with my roommate, and I had a fever of like 101.7, and I was like, damn, like this is not how I was so afraid of being sent home. Like I didn't say anything to anybody because the PCMOs, the Peace Corps medical officers, were here. I'm like, I'm just gonna take some ibuprofen and hope for the best. So I did, and then I was better the next day. Yeah, it was rough. I was taking Pepto-Bismol tablets like they were Tic Tacs, so draw your own conclusions. But and then about 4 days later, we had moved in with our host families, and I had gotten sick again. I threw up like some beef and rice or something, and I don't know. And then by the time I got to class, I knew I had a fever, and even some of the Peace Corps staff were like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, just kind of sitting here cooking my bacon because I was hot from the inside out." And I had a fever of like 102.9 or something like that. And so that was rough. I definitely called the PCMO that night on that one, just because illnesses here that might present as like a stomach virus or just a flu could be something completely different in Africa, and you don't want to die. So I did that, and they were like, well, you should take the malaria rapid test kit, which is like, it's this gizmo. You kind of like prick your finger and like you drop your like blood on the slide, and then it tells you if you have malaria or not. I didn't have malaria, thank goodness. I just had like a really bad day. And then he said just take ibuprofen and call me tomorrow. So I did. I'm still alive. But then 3 days after that, I found out I was allergic to something. I still don't know what, but my whole face was swollen. I'll post some pictures here, try to like incorporate them in the video, but I looked like Quasimodo. Like my eyes were swollen, my neck was covered in a rash, my arms were all rashy, and called the PCMO again, and they're like, well, have you tried anything new lately? I'm like, every day, like, not unless you include moving to Tanzania. So yeah, took a lot of Benadryl and water, and then it took like 3-4 days, and then it finally cleared up. But yeah, so after that, it was like day 18, and I'd already been sick 3 times, which was starting to kind of take a toll on me mentally. I had like one kind of like breakdown. I was like, this is for the birds. Like, I want to help Tanzania, but Tanzania's trying to kill me. But I also realized that I was pretty drained, so I kind of forgave myself for that. But definitely a weak moment. Kind of like had some thoughts about like coming back, but after my fever went away and I felt better, then I felt better mentally as well. So yeah, but I'm glad that I'm here, and as we are learning more about our technical training and what we can do to combat like AIDS and malaria, and especially like women's empowerment here, the more I feel like energized to be here, and just grateful that God has a purpose for me here, and I really feel that now. And the Peace Corps volunteers are like, they really do become your family. We kind of talked about that before we left. They said, like, you are each other's keepers, but it's the more you spend time with somebody, the closer you get to them, and the more you find out about them. I don't know, I just feel very, very connected to these people that I've known for 4 weeks. Yeah, so I'm very grateful for them and their company and their friendship, and there's also a fellow CSU Ram here. You can check out her bio on my People's page under People on Courtney Abroad. Her name's Stacy, and yeah, everybody's really cool here. I think that the next 6 weeks are going to be very, very educational, very fun, very tough, but good. Like, I'm excited to see what the next chapter holds in the next couple months or so, and then starting in April, I will be a sworn-in Peace Corps volunteer, and then I'll get my own site and be able to progress from there. But right now, it's just focusing on the language, which has been tough. I mean, we just had our LPIs, which are like language something interview, and I think I did okay for being here a little under a month. And I don't know why, but all this like Spanish keeps coming back in my head from like 10 years ago, like high school. But it's even when I write stuff out, it's like Spanish and English and Swahili all mixed together, just because your brain just gets scrambled. So Spangalini, I'm gonna make my own language? No, I'll get there. I know I will. But it's a bit of a process, but I'm excited, and I'm definitely like involved in a journey with the right people, and Peace Corps really provides a lot of support for the volunteers, which has been excellent. I feel like I have good teachers and good resources, and a good outlet here. Yeah. Let's see, what else? Fitness. So when we were staying at CCT, I was actually able to kind of keep a really good fitness regimen going, I started working out. They had like a basketball court here, and you can wear leggings, you can wear whatever you want within the grounds of CCT. Normally you can't just wear like leggings running down the road because it's not culturally appropriate. Like I guess like the shape of a woman's legs is like considered sexual or something. So anyway, I was working out on the basketball court and some people joined in. They're like, hey, what are you doing? Working out. And so more and more people came by, so I decided to make a circuit because I packed some resistance bands with handles and loop bands and a jump rope and a yoga mat and some other stuff, and some other Peace Corps volunteers brought workout equipment as well. So two of us, there's another male PCV here, Dylan, and I would kind of like trade off like teaching fitness classes in the morning before sessions would start. So that was a really good outlet. And then I was also doing like a women's, well, it started off as women's and then the guys came too. A little bit of like self-defense, which like more or less like they put up with my shit and I could like, you know, teach them a little bit of some self-defense and jiu-jitsu. So, and that was good. We did that every single day after dinner, and we usually started out with 2 people, and then after that it was usually between like 5 and 10 people, including some people from Tanzania who wanted to join in, and it was amazing. Now that I'm with my host family, I don't really get to do that as much, but I do get to work out. I work out with Caitlin every day. We go for a run, and we still just wear leggings around because our neighborhood's pretty safe. And my host sister told me that it was safe to wear leggings and run. We definitely get some odd looks. I think that they're a little bit surprised, but then they realize that we're just working out, but whatever. It's just gonna come with the territory, I guess. But it's been good, and I've been able to make circuits with her too. We just kind of like work out in her courtyard area. So that being said, if you see me starting to get fluffy on these videos, just love me a little bit more than I love myself and tell me to back away from the table, you die-hard lard. So it's an open invitation. I will not be offended. I will just know that you love me. So you can feel free to tell me that anytime you see me getting a little pudgy. Other than that, it's been pretty good on the nutritional scale. There's a lot of carbs here though, like a lot of rice, ugali, which is essentially, it's a national dish of Tanzania, which is like flour and water. Sorry, it's okay. It's okay, it's not that bad, but no gracias. So, yeah. But it's okay. There's some vegetables here. It's been a little bit hard to get protein sources. I try to eat a lot of eggs. And so Chips My Eye is like, it's kind of like a French fry omelet. Those are pretty good. And the food that my host family makes is really good too. But I'm just a little bit leery of like street meat or anything else. Or like I'll walk by these butcher shops and it's like unrefrigerated meat, and so I'm like, eh. So kind of like just looking at what's available once I get to site. I have a feeling that it's probably just going to be a lot of eggs and my own chickens. Hopefully, we'll see. That's kind of futuristic thoughts though. So anyways, this video is getting kind of long, so I think I'm going to cut it off. But those are my raw thoughts on Tanzania so far. It's a wonderful, beautiful, warm place with great people. Definitely glad to be here, and I'm excited for what comes next. So if you have any questions, I tried to answer some questions that people have been asking me from home, but if you do have questions or want to know anything specific, feel free to message me, comment, and I will try to cover those in my next video. Alright, thanks for watching.